All right, we're good. Everything's fine now. Let's see. So last time we were here, as I mentioned, we were in the Fortress of Solitude. Calendar Man 2 and Lobo and the narrator were using the help of some Fortress of Solitude and Calbot tech to kind of look at this holographic replay of what happened right before Superman disappeared out of existence, and using some Calendar Man 2 and narrator powers, what was found was a little calendar page that just said 1980X on it. So that was where we left off. Now I'm assuming that there's been some downtime between then and now, like basically starting up of a new episode. Not necessarily this was a two-parter where we're picking up exactly where we left off. So do you think that anything happened since that moment to right now? Which we'll say is, I guess, wherever you all would like to start, wherever you think is best.
Just looking through stuff really quick.
Oh, you're good. I'm going to play some light RimWorld soundtrack in the back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I do like the idea of us trying to like figure out. I mean, there's probably only a couple things that 1980X could point to, but I do like the idea of like of the narrator and Calendar Man trying to figure that out together.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where do you two think that would take you next? So you get this. Where are you off to now? We can assume that however you traveled there was taken care of off screen, obviously, but unless you think it's important to show that's how you, unless you think it's important to show how you got there, I think it's cool to just be like, we're here now.
Yeah. Would we know to? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Where would we know to go?
That's a good question. Bring up something on my end. There is a thing for this specifically that I need to find the move for.
What's the move?
Cool.
Yeah, there's a like look up funny things move, or like a hey, I'm all out of leads now. Where do I go? Move. But also y'all could just like spitball in terms of like where you think you'd go. You do have access to like a League phone with both of you. I think the narrator has Martian Manhunter on speed dial in some fashion on their phone. So there are options for sure.
I'm gonna turn to Calendar Man.
Mm.
And the narrator's just gonna look at Calendar Man and say, "Do you think it'd be rude if I called Martian Manhunter like right now on my phone and asked him if he's really from Mars?"
I mean, probably. I would ask him about the 1980X thing, really.
I mean, yeah, I can do that, but come on, it's a weird desert planet. Isn't that kind of weird that be from there?
Okay, let's figure you did actually ask him that. Don't you feel like that might, if it pisses him off, it might preclude him answering the other question?
That's true. So I asked the first one then, right?
You ask him about 1980X first. Then you can ask him about whatever you want.
No, it's yeah, okay. I'm gonna take out my phone and flip it open and dial Martian Manhunter.
Perfect. Let's say. All right, we're gonna make a small modification to this move. I'm gonna say this is a gather intel. And I'm going to say this seems like you're calling in favor, so it'll be a bond with Martian Manhunter, which I don't think you have one with, so it'll just be a +0, but a 2d6 roll.
So what skill do I roll for this?
I would say that this is a like calling in favors and relying on bonds is what this sounds like. Even though it's not technically relying on bonds, it's more the calling in favors half.
I don't have any bonds with Martian Manhunter.
It would just be a +0 unless you think we can. Let's see. Other options are by shaking people down, roughing people up, or with direct force, which is smash. By going places you shouldn't be, gaining access, or being stealthy is +maneuver. By doing research, gathering your thoughts, debate, or analysis, roll investigate. Or by using your charm and social grace, roll +influence.
I'll use my charm here.
Okay, I think that works.
So that's +2. Okay, so 2d6 +2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how do I roll again?
It's exclamation point roll, and then the notation for your roll. So 2d6 +2.
That is 8.
8. Okay. So on a 10 plus, on a 10 plus, it's ask one. On a 7 and 9, your first choice method comes up dry. You must enlist the aid of another PC or choose a different method. On a 6 minus, you don't find trouble. Trouble finds you. The editor-in-chief will ask you questions about what we were up to and then tell you what trouble arises. So we're on a 7 and 9. So your first choice method comes up dry. You must enlist the aid of another PC or choose a different method. This could be as simple as, like, you just put your phone on speakerphone, or it could be we play out the scene and Martian Manhunter doesn't know anything. I'll take your lead on this one. But your questions you can ask are, who can tell me what I want to know? Where can I find whatever? What are the rumors about whatever? Who is the most upset about whatever? And who stands the most to gain from whatever?
Could I use one of my bonds with the narration here?
Yeah. I think Burning Bond's the one that you had to do before a roll, or was it one you could do during?
Oh yeah, I think it was before the roll. Yeah.
Okay. I think so. We'll have to skip on that one for now.
So I can't use that as one of my alternative ways to do it.
Right. We couldn't get this up to a 10 that way.
Yeah,
I don't believe so.
because it says on a 7 to 9 your first method, so you must enlist the aid of another PC or choose a different method.
Mm-hmm. So this could be, like I said, it could be we're putting Martian Manhunter on speakerphone, and Calendar Man is also trying to navigate these questions with you, or you could go call someone else, or there's I'm leaving it up to you how you want to go about either getting the aid of Calendar Man or just coming up with a new method to get your answers.
I feel like I'm open to trying to do another roll with burning a bond.
Well, I think burning a bond would just move you up to a 10.
Is that how it worked?
Yeah, burning a bond isn't,
because you roll it before the roll. So if I'm doing a different method, I roll plus bond, right?
So burning a bond. Double check now that I've said this out loud. Oh, I did actually. Let me see. Something. I mentioned it somewhere in our little thing. Okay. Maybe, you know what? Let's just say we can burn the bond and make it go down 1. So the bond will be burned, and we'll have to play that out at some other point, and then we'll just make it go up to a 10. So you'll get your 1 question.
That works. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. That works for me. All right. So, your scene.
I guess I'll flip over the phone and dial Martian Manhunter.
All right. It rings a handful of times, and then it answers. Hello? Is this the narrator?
I put my hand over the speaker, and then turn to Counterman. So I'm asking the 1980X question first, right?
Yes.
Hell, Martian Manhunter, do you know about 1980X?
1980X. That's weird. Can you tell me more about where you saw this? What's the context here?
Sure. At a character, what was the 1980X thing again?
1980X was the year marked on a calendar page that was left when Superman like popped out of existence, along with the other figure that popped out of existence.
It's just a specific date, I guess. It's related to Superman's disappearance. Like, do you know anything that happened on that date, or?
Oh, that's right. You guys were working on that. Let's see. 80X. I mean, my basic idea would be that any time in the 80s, as when Superman showed up. A couple other weird things around there too. I started my private detective agency around then. It could be anything. Let's see. What's your what's your by the way, what is your one question from that list? Just so that I know what I'm playing towards here.
Oh shoot.
So is who can tell me what I want to know? Where can I find? Oh, go ahead.
What are the rumors about?
The rumors about. Okay. Sure. Okay, so that's the thing. Do you want to just ask that right now, or are you wanting to?
I feel like asking about the date would kind of lead Martian Manhunter to talk about rumors.
Sure. Let's see. Okay, so saying that Superman disappeared around that time, and then, or Superman disappeared, and then that was the date. Must mean that date's significant. The only thing I can think of is that, I mean, that's when Superman showed up. That makes the most sense to me. Can't think of. People seem to have a weird fixation on that date range for some reason. We've had lots of issues with the league's had issues with time travelers in the past, and they're always, some of them, it's a pattern. Batman's noticed is that, you know, people like to go to the 80s for some reason. We've never really figured out why. None of them have told us, but there is. You hear him like stop and kind of think. You can almost hear him put like the finger on his chin as he's talking about this. And he says, well, there's, okay, here's my best bet for you on this one. First of all, thank you both for helping out on this. We've really needed all hands on deck for this one. Second of all, there is one person on the team who's done a lot of time traveling. You might want to hit up the Flash at some point while you're looking into all of this. He's had run-ins with time travelers. But we've also heard from... Oh, go ahead.
The Flash, that's the guy who controls like light, right?
No, you're thinking of they're thinking of Dr. Light or Starman, maybe. I think Starman controls light. Kind of like just off, it kind of mumbles for a little bit. It's like, hey, you can like hear him kind of like get back on track and go, no. The Flash is the fast one. You know, Barry Allen, Keystone. Or I'm sorry, Central City. That's Keystone's a different city. Central City, you know.
Yeah. Should call himself as like Cheetah instead, but
I think that name was already taken by that point. But it's a passed down title, I think. Anyways, he might know something, just in general about time travel, and then someone else who's had more luck getting these answers would be maybe the Question. I haven't heard from him in a while, but it couldn't hurt to ask around. Question knows a lot about things that most people don't want to be known. But that would be my best bet. I'm sorry I don't have more information about what could be happening there, but those would be my next stages for you, my next people to talk to.
Okay. Is that everything?
He thinks. That's all I can think of about this. Do y'all have any other questions?
Yes, I actually do.
Calendar Man, what are you saying? What are you doing as a narrator says this?
Just kind of like patiently stepping back and forth in the room, like uh his like fingers on his chin. It's like waiting for the narrator to do their business.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. What's the other question?
Are you gonna like actually from Mars that secret identity thing? Because that place has like no oxygen. It's like 100% carbon dioxide over there.
We live underground over there. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. And he hangs up.
Parent? Connor, man, do you have any idea how to get Mars? Apparently they live underground.
I guess I didn't know that. It makes sense, vaguely.
I feel like I have to see this.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one day, who knows? Maybe this whole thing will take us to Mars.
Maybe Superman can take me.
Superman's been to space. He could take you probably.
So we got two things. We got two leads we got here. We could either seek out the question because they probably know some things, or we could investigate some weird time travel business with the Flash.
Mm-hmm. That's
I feel like, I feel like we should go to the question because time travel just seems dangerous. I mean, it is.
I mean, I love the idea of you know me. I'm just like everyone. I'm just like anyone. I love the idea of violating general relativity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Calendar Man, how do you feel about time travel?
It's not a good idea. I feel like it's I feel like I feel like this is like kind of a thing in comics. Is like there are characters with like similar powers who have like different feelings about them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Calendar Man is like pretty, not strictly, but is hesitant towards like very disruptive time travel.
Sure. Like
If narrator got their hands on time travel, they'd do like 30 paradoxes without even trying.
narrator would see like a different, like funny news strings. This one's red.
Yeah.
And it'd be like, oh hell yeah. All right, so plan seems to be hit up the question and see what the question knows.
Yeah.
As Martian Manhunter said, he hasn't been around before, so I'm not sure. Would either of you know much about the question?
Color Man, would you know anything about the question?
Maybe. I feel like, yeah, because isn't the question's like kind of in Batman's zone, right?
Yeah, a little bit, definitely. And also,
Yeah.
like, we can make him in Batman's zone, you know? Like,
It's true.
yeah.
If you don't
Yeah.
decide it, if you don't know anything, I could like pull up like a quick Google search.
I think Calendar Man 2 doesn't know the question, but knows about the question for sure.
Cool. Let's see. I think we might have something that could get us to the question, maybe. A move, I want to say, from your origin. I'm trying to remember. I feel like you have a funny move for this.
Let's see. Roots run deep. Whenever a person, place, or thing comes up in play for the first time and feels familiar to you, tell the EIC the connection you think it has to your legacy, and roll plus investigate. On a 10 plus, the EIC will tell you something useful at the subject, and may ask for more detail about how you learned of said connection. On a 7 to 9, the EIC will tell you something interesting about the subject. It's on you to make it useful. The EIC may ask for more detail about it and what role you think it plays in your past.
Hell yeah, let's do that. So roll plus investigate. I'm sorry, Neri, you were gonna say something.
No, I was just saying hell yeah.
Okay. 11.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, so I got to tell you something useful about the subject. And may I ask you for more? Okay, cool. I think. Here's what I think. I think when you hear that it's the question and you say maybe out loud or to yourself or something that the question was like in Batman's kind of orbit in some way, I think that gives you like a memory of maybe it was before you were Calendar Man 2, maybe it was early on, whatever, but you've seen the question before, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe you didn't realize it was him, but like thinking about it now, you're like, oh, of course, some this dude, no face, doesn't want really strange and kind of like in the shadows in a way that like is weird from Batman, like a Batman perspective, always trying to look up like new things. I've definitely seen this person before, and like you're piecing it together. This is someone you've seen before in your past in some way. Where do you think you've seen him before?
I think I think like because I think early in Calendar Man 2's life, Calendar Man was still at large, his father, and so I think Calendar Man like planned this like really like this like Christmas. Actually, maybe it's a more obscure day, a bank heist on the day. It was like on the day that Princess Diana died, but it was like in like a spot in Gotham that was like vaguely connected to it based on a couple of hints that he left like across a period of a couple of months, and like the question figured it out and got him in time and beat him up.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so that's go ahead.
Calendar Man 2 has always been like even because this was like when he was like very young. He was like probably like 3 like maybe like 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like by like the time Calendar Man 2 was like 7, his dad was pretty much reformed.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Calendar Man 2 was rooting for the question a little bit. please make sure my dad doesn't do weird date crimes. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Okay, that makes a lot of sense then. How, using that, what do you think we should do to kind of get to the question then? What if the question leaves hints too? Like, what if we can follow like his trail?
Hell yeah. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense to me. All right, so we know that the question's in Gotham. We know that he also leaves clues. We know that he definitely has run in with Calendar Man, but not run in with you, Calendar Man 2.
No.
Okay. So oh yes, narrator.
Narrator's probably gonna like pipe up here and say, "This guy is like a superhero, right? He like solves like riddle crimes, right?"
Are you saying that out of character to me or to Calendar Man?
To Calendar Man. I was saying to Calendar Man.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what he does. He's like the Riddler, but good.
Why don't we just do like a crime that's very cryptic that doesn't really affect anyone?
I mean, I guess we could. I don't know if he has like perfect crime sense though. Like I don't know if we could just like I don't know what's a small crime that you can do. Let me look up local Gotham laws.
Yeah, what are some local Gotham laws?
Well, it is Sunday. We could hold a raffle.
Okay.
A cryptic raffle sounds good.
A cryptic raffle sounds perfect. All right. So, just for like setting for that last scene, where were y'all while you were like discussing this?
I like the idea that we're like a bus stop.
Oh, like a bus stop in where?
Gotham.
Oh, in Gotham. Okay.
Like maybe we just got off the bus or something.
Okay. Hell yeah. May I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I think you should hold this raffle where the question got your dad.
Oh yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what does this look like? What's this raffle look like? I really want to know about this raffle plan.
Here's my Eclipse. You know those like meters that you have to put money in?
Yeah.
So you know how it's technically so I'm guessing how this raffle works is that you have to put money into it, and then you're technically part of the raffle, and that's what makes it legal on Saturday or whatever.
Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. What if we rigged? What if we rigged those parking meters to give you like cryptic raffle tickets?
That's fun. I like that.
Oh hell yeah. Okay. I absolutely think that this that works. That rules. Okay. I am going to
We're committing a double crime because we're not going to pay anyone their reward.
Okay. So are you one other thing that I'd like to know about this plan. Are you like setting up shop somewhere? Like are you like taking the tickets and like making yourself known, or are you like what's the raffle look like? I guess someone gets their weird cryptic ticket and then they're led somewhere, I'm assuming.
Imagine it's Eclipse. What do you think about it like being like a series of puzzles, like a treasure hunt that someone has to solve, like an ARG, like an alternative reality game or whatever?
Does that make it a raffle though? I feel like it's got to be luck based.
That's fair. That's fair.
Maybe they like give us their phone number, and then like
they get their ticket and they have to put their phone number in the parking meter, which we loot.
yeah. Well, I just mean like I'm trying to think of like if you're in a city, how do you do a raffle? Because like raffles are usually based on like someone will come over the mic in like an event or something, and they'll be like,
Yeah.
here's the little one. So I guess the winner would be determined that way. Actually, here's a fun idea.
Okay.
What if what if there are multiple winners and they're all the pickup places are all like scattered across the city in like a I'm trying to think of like an interesting. What if there are three winners and the three victory locations triangulate to the place where we want the question to meet us?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's really good.
Okay, cool. So you all have like made this plan. Will you both? I'm assuming. How are you gonna go about doing this thing with the? I'm assuming this is more of a narrator thing to go mess with the. Okay, got it. Sorry, I realize what I'm asking now. Okay, it's gonna be 2 roles if you don't mind. I think this is seize control, and I'm gonna kind of maybe mess with our options here. But because you don't really have an opponent in this situation, I guess the law, because this is, I guess, technically. Oh, how is this illegal exactly? I'm not.
It's gambling, but I guess because it's technically gambling on a Sunday,
Yeah,
which is not good.
in New York, which is what Gotham is based on.
Mhm.
You can't gamble on a Sunday.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna. Your opponent is the law in this case. I think, but I want to seize control. I think this is what this is what it sounds like. Because you're like a contested objective. It seems like because. Maybe not contested. Oh. I got it. It's use your environment. That's what it is. When you use something from the environment to suit your purposes, the EIC will tell you 1 or more. It'll break quickly. Use it while you can. It's dangerous. The EIC will say how. It's particularly effective. The EIC will say how you can use it, but there will be a side effect. The EIC will tell you what that is. I think that's what this is. So Calendar Man 2, what's the riddles? I'm assuming you're dealing with like the riddly part, and Narrator, you're dealing with the tech part.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, if Narrator was asked to do the riddles, it'd be like they'd like search up 101 best riddles for kids and adults.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think that so the start time for the raffle is like it corresponds to the date that Calendar Man got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
And then the end time corresponds to when he was freed. And then I think there's a bit of like a misdirect because the 3 spaces are maybe I'm trying to think of like what Counterman 2 actually know about. Maybe it's I feel like this would be cool. Like there are 3 places where a question had like sort of like, you know, very important like moments or fights in his career, like stuff that was on like the news.
Okay. And like maybe
then like
go ahead.
the place where they all like the triangulation of all 3 of them is like a nowhere street corner.
Nowhere street corner. All right. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna say. Okay, I got it. So that's awesome. First of all, very cool. I really like this. Narrator, what are you doing to make the like? It's the parking meters, right? That's what we were saying.
Yeah, the parking meter.
What are you doing to make these parking meters do the thing?
I'm guessing how the park. So you know how the parking meters have like those things where like when like the time runs out, they like I imagine the Gotham ones are pretty old, where they have like a timer, like a clock or whatever, and like it says you're out or whatever.
Sure.
I'm gonna guess like what Narrator's doing here is pretty simple. They're just basically screwing in to get access to that like clock diagram thing and just scribbling over the part where it says you're out of time to make it say the riddles in the raffle thing.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So, all right. And then it like maybe prints out a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. You said that Eclipse, you said that this was on a just like a random street corner.
Yeah.
What time is it now when we're like waiting? Let's say we've set this in motion and now you're on the street corner. About what time is it?
Let's say 4:13.
In the afternoon or in the morning?
In the afternoon.
Afternoon. Okay. Okay, so you're on a no-name street corner, and what's around you? It's a no-name street corner, but it's Gotham. There's got to be stuff around, I'm assuming.
I think it's not a no-name street corner to Calendar Man 2 because it's where his bodega is. It's where the bodega he goes to is.
Okay. Are you in the bodega or are you like on the corner?
Yeah, he's got a chopped cheese in one hand. I think he has like a pineapple soda in the other.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Narrator's probably got like a sandwich too.
Perfect. But I like the idea that Narrator really prefers like a 7-Eleven style sandwich. I don't know why. I think that's just funny.
No, that's probably how it is. Yeah, Narrator's like a caution. That's probably what they got.
Yeah, Calendar Man 2 is all about like a really good like bodega sandwich that was like handmade and is maybe a little like questionable. But Narrator's about those questionable sandwiches that are like questionable in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they make Counterman 2's sandwiches are made on the same stove that the cat walks all over all day, but It's made with love.
It's made with love, and also like it's heat. It burns off those bacteria, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's what you say every time like you go through this in your head. It's just it's probably okay. I won't get sick this time.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. I think that this works like exceedingly well. In two fronts. First off, I think Calendar Man, there was a tell of like when it was the question, if that makes sense. Like he's a dude who kind of blends into a crowd. Normally when he's like in superhero getup, it's like no face, blue hat or like dark suit, looking like a detective almost. But he's got a tell, and I want to know what that tell is.
So my idea with this, and I think this is fun, is like his tell is that he wins all the raffles. Like these are all luck-based raffles, and somehow he wins all 3 of them.
Oh,
Dang.
okay, perfect. Okay.
Dang, he got the chewed up piece of gum, the gum wrapper, and 3/4. Man.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this works I just think this works exceedingly well. He like comes, like there are cars and stuff doing their thing in is this downtown, or is this like kind of outskirts?
I feel like this is downtown.
Okay. This is like, yeah, there's cars coming and going, and all of a sudden, like just like one car goes by and then another car goes by, and suddenly he's in like the crosswalk and he wasn't there before. And he's just like, even though you cannot see eyes or like facial features, you can tell he is like staring daggers into you two.
Oh, here. Narrator's gonna like jump up with like their mouth still full of food from this like suspicious sandwich. You go, oh fuck, it's the question, and they're gonna like yell out to the question, what has to be broken before you can use it?
I really don't have time for this.
What? Your whole thing was riddles.
Riddles that are important. This is nonsense. He's it's hard to tell because of the mask, and also because I can't quite find the voice yet, but he's pissed for some reason. He is like, not, he's keeping it professional because he knows you both are heroes, but he's not happy about this. He starts walking towards you. I'm like, what is wrong with you two?
What did we do wrong? We just did a raffle.
Yeah, using old Calendar Man stuff. We thought. Question looks at you, Calendar Man, too, and says, "We thought something happened."
I mean, there's really no other way to get to you, though, right?
I get he like doesn't move, but you could tell he sighed somehow.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you gave us your like phone number, we wouldn't have to do this, but
he puts out both of his hands, like, all right, I don't ever want this to happen again. And
so you're gonna give us your phone number?
Yes. give me your phones right now. He's talking so that no one else can hear, even though there isn't anybody else around, which is also suspicious that there's no one else around.
Yeah, Calendar Man 2 will give the question his phone.
Yeah, Narrator gives his phone as well.
He does a quick thing with both hands at the same time and like just kind of not shoves them back in your hands, but is just like a little too forceful. come follow me. We not on the street. Amateurs, really. Like he's just steamed about this.
I just started being a hero to like this year. What expected me?
He leads you. I'm assuming y'all are following.
Yeah.
Okay. He leads you off. You see, I've only ever seen New York in TV shows, so I don't really understand. But
Imagine like tall building, and people say, "Hey, what you doing?" So what's the line with people like are crossing the street when it's not their street?
You mean like I'm walking here?
Yeah, I'm walking here.
more of an architecture thing, but thank you. I appreciate that. Like those I guess sometimes like residential areas will like have like a slightly basement-y area that you can go to, but from the sidewalk.
Yeah, less common in.
Mm-hmm.
That's very common in like Japan and Korea, I think.
Okay, I feel like I've seen it on a TV show that takes place in New York City, so maybe I'm
there's definitely quite a few of those in New York though.
Okay, cool. He like leads you down into one of these places, and again, suspiciously nobody around, and then kind of stands in front of it, and it does a scan of all three of you, and then it lets you all in. And this area is like got computers, it's got notes on like corkboard, not like lines and stuff, but just like organized. It's not red string. It's like, here is all the info we have on I can't remember his name right now, and it would have been a really funny pull if I didn't have to remember. Who's the fake Joker in the DC that the Flash deals with sometimes?
The Trickster. Yeah. Mark Hamill, where is he? What's his name?
It's the Trickster, I think.
Yeah, the Trickster, I think.
Yeah. And you see a picture of, I don't know if you've seen Mark Hamill Trickster live action before.
Yeah.
But there's a picture of him on there from the Flash TV show. Somehow it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to the people watching this watching us, but in your world it does for whatever reason. There's stuff about like you see like a handful of notes about like Talia al Ghul. You see like it just bad guys all over the place basically, and like lots of notes, and it's all organized really well. Just a lot of like sometimes some newspaper clippings, sometimes it's like refer to this file cabinet, whatever, computer in the back, and like those crappy like white folding table is just kind of in the centerpiece of this little area. And he leads you to it, and he goes, "What do you want?" What,
dude?
Yeah,
you okay?
He takes off his question mask, and it comes off completely along with the hat, and it's like in one motion. And question has blonde hair pulled back into a ponytail, light stubble, and is like, we thought something happened with Calendar Man. We were really upset. He's made such progress.
Well, it's way worse. Something happened to Superman.
Yeah, something's always happening to Superman.
Yeah, he probably got erased from existence.
Yeah, kinda.
All right. Question like looks at you, and you can see like a headache coming on. And like he kind of like holds his head a little bit, and it's like, I'm trying to find a snake voice, and I can't quite find it, but imagine that's what I'm saying when I'm doing these deeper voices.
Narrator's
Yes.
They're just gonna like stare at at like the question when he like grips his head and goes like, "Dude, are you sure this hero business is for you? It looks like it's really stressful for you."
It's all right. Y'all can keep a secret, right? Looks at both of you.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I'll keep a secret.
All right.
As much as the narrative allows.
League knows this, but not everyone else. The question's a team. Everyone else is like on assignment. It's just me this time. Still call me the question, but I didn't think I'd be alone dealing with Superman getting what did you say, erased from existence?
Yeah.
Like grumbles.
Dude, you should ask like for a pay raise or something. Like, do you have a union?
We're good. We're compensated. It's fine. It's it's a lot. I'm not new here necessarily, but he looks over at Calendar Man too. I was the question that took your dad in. What was it? Some heist, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the Princess Diana heist.
He nods and he points over to a really small, like a back corner that's like hasn't been touched. But you do see at the bottom corner, it says Gotham Raffle ? At the bottom of this Calendar Man cork board. What were you gonna say before I interrupted you?
Oh, yeah, I didn't know you were a team though. It is okay. So I've always thought that there was. I didn't think you had a face. Is there one of you who doesn't have a face?
Well, we all try not to have faces. That's the whole point of the mask.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, no.
Oh shoot! Actually, Narrator takes off his mask. If we're unmasking here.
Narrator, what do you look like under the mask?
I imagine they look pretty bland, like probably like a young adult. Just very, very bland, like brown eyes, the blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
Just not very extraordinary. It just look like an average person, like an average citizen you see in the background of a comic book.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so heated at the two of you. It was like I said, we thought something bad had happened to Calendar Man. He's made a lot of progress. He looks at Calendar Man 2 as he says this.
Yeah, my dad sure has.
Yeah. So tell me everything you know about what happened with the Superman thing.
From what?
Oh, go ahead.
From what me and Counterman know, he was at his weird ice temple.
Mm-hmm.
His weird ice temple, and apparently some invisible force was fighting him. I don't think they were invisible at the time, but they, as far as we know, we can't. The robots there didn't see them, and the security cameras didn't pick up on them. And while Superman was fighting them, fighting whatever that thing was, they just disappeared, and I can't see. And I'm seeing weird stuff around it. And from what I've heard about Counterman's powers, Counterman, you want to explain what you saw as well?
Wait, hold on. Weird. Well, this question has been writing everything down in like a little notebook, and it looks at you, says, "Wait, what weird things are you seeing around there?" I know the strings, right?
Is this like do teach when you part your knowledge to another character?
Uh, yeah, I think so. I think, uh, yeah, because I think that the question team, the question or whatever, doesn't like know exactly how your powers work, but they've done way more than just their homework. I bet hearing it from
Yeah.
you firsthand.
Yeah, so like it says when you impart your knowledge to another character, play out a scene of you teaching or training. Oh, this is teaching and training. I don't think that falls under it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like I see. I guess I see weird strings that connect. I guess the fate or narration, whatever you want to call it.
Not
And
they nod.
and like the strings around the place where Superman was, they just up front were cut, disappeared, just gone.
Mm.
And from what Cameron, you want to explain what you saw?
Yeah, I mean, he was fighting something and he disappeared, and we have this ADX. That's it.
Mm. You didn't see
Yeah.
anything weird. I know you've got Calendar Man. You can see different things than Narrator.
Yeah, remind me what Calendar Man saw. I actually don't remember.
Calendar Man saw magic happening.
Oh right. Yeah, there was some
I mean,
magic
and you
there.
said, and I said that it was familiar to you, but you couldn't quite place it.
Right. Yeah, there was magic there, and I recognized it, but I couldn't place it.
Magic. Why don't you go to the 80s?
Yeah, I floated to doing some time travel. Like Calendar Man 2 over here didn't think that was a good idea.
Question looks at you, Calendar Man. Is that true?
Sorry, can you repeat it, Bunny? Brain.
Calendar Man here said that I floated the idea of doing some time travel with Calendar Man 2 here. Apparently, I said time travel is a bad idea.
I don't want to do it if we don't have to.
Question nods and says, yeah, and I think the only one who could do that is Flash, and he's a little spotty record at best. Probably for the best.
What's a few paradoxes ever done to hurt somebody?
Question just kind of grunts a little bit and is like, all right, so they were giving. Okay, think back to the fight that you saw. Was Superman like taking hits?
Josh, when we were doing it, were they taking hits?
Yeah,
or
so it was like trading blows and like seemed like it was actually affecting Superman. Like it wasn't just like Narrator. I feel like you've seen. I mean, I feel like both of you have, but Narrator I feel like is a lot more of like a paying attention to Superman type of like I've seen this dude fight before. He was like, it was a fight. It wasn't just like he was kind of getting them in a position. He was like a little on the ropes.
Yeah, like they're like nods. Yeah, this wasn't like a rodeo where like Superman was like putting out like a show for everybody. This was like an actual like fight.
Mm-hmm. All right, someone who could give Superman a fight. I mean, there is magic involved. I think question starts going through. The question starts going through a bunch of what's it called? Like filing cabinets and stuff. As you're saying more, and he kind of not yells, but like says out to Calendar Man 2. It's like, you said the magic was familiar to you. What about it was familiar?
I don't know. Can Calendar Man place that?
You know what? Yeah, I say you can you can place it. Call your shot, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, Calendar Man will say, yeah, it felt like my dad's.
You're
like
like
your
shrugs. You're like shrugs. I still don't feel like it's magic, but
I like that that narrator would say this, not like being able to see magic at all. It's like, ah.
yeah, they're just a normal dude. They probably can't see magic at all.
Mm-hmm. I like to assume that like magic has like a not quite as like anime and aura as like a Dragon Ball Z thing, but it has something that like other magicians and people who use like magic can see.
Yeah.
So when you say that it when Calendar Man 2 says it feels like your you said you felt like your dad's, right?
Yeah.
The question like stops going through that filing cabinet and then turns to that Calendar Man cork board and like turns it over, and it's a thing on the wizard. And he starts kind of going through it, and he says, what about it felt like your dad?
I don't know. I haven't really seen any magic that's like that.
You see on here, or I'm sorry, question cross references something on the cork board, goes into a drawer, and then pulls out some pictures and hands them to you. Once I could find the name of these items, I had them written down. I don't know where they are. I will make them up on the spot right this second. I think. All right. Question has these 3 pictures of objects and shows them to you. They're a staff, they're a cloak, and they're a belt. And question says, do these look familiar to you?
Yeah, I think so.
These were this is how your dad did a lot of his this amplified his magic powers. These are 3 arcane objects that he had. I don't think your dad did this though. He's like looking at you now. He says, I don't think Wizard did this. What would Wizard have to do with Superman? Does he have any hard feelings towards Superman?
I mean, he did make all those leagues. If you want me to go through them, I can.
Question points to a entire like it's like two filing cabinets stacked on top of each other, and it is every one is a different league that he's been a part of.
Yeah, I have them here if you want me to go through them.
Yeah, for the sake of everyone, I think we should go through them real quick.
All right, Wizards crime groups, let's hit it. The Sloppy Triumvirate, Crime Team Epic, Criminals of Crime City, Gotham's Worst Guys, the Baby Hurlers, the Crime Dune Daddies, the Injustice Unleague, the Injustice League, Darkseid's Pals, unofficial, Wizards, parentheses evil, united, Terrible Little Fellows, Dads of Heroes, but evil, Wizards Gang, dissolved with only 1 member, plays with their food, villains associated, the order for doing terrible little things.
As you're saying that, questions pointing to each of the different like filing cabinets that have info from those organizations.
I mean, the Justice League broke up a lot of those ones, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, which of these leagues are active right now?
None.
Hold on. I think. Okay. He question starts going through more stuff. And he pulls up a file and puts it on the awful table in the center and like grabs some more stuff. And he looks over at Calendar Man 2 and Narrator and is like, when was the last time you saw a wizard?
There was a time I went to a magic show when I was a kid. A guy kind of pulled a rabbit out of his hat. Does that count?
Not quite. Calendar Man too.
Probably, I guess last time I was home. Like,
oh, go ahead.
Because I've been mostly out. I mean, I rent a place in Metropolis right now.
Mm-hmm. When was the last time you were home?
I guess like, has to be 2 months now.
Well, Wizard reported these 3 things missing a while ago. Obviously not to the authorities, because, you know. But he did report it to some of his friends, some of his old colleagues. Puts feelers out to see if anything had happened with them. I think I might know who has them though. And he opens up this file, and you see all these pictures of this guy who like built like a Bruce Timm drawing is how I'll put it. Like, just huge chest. I got a funny little like goatee thing, hair like slicked back, kind of a slightly darker complexion, like maybe a shade lighter than Superman, and then with these brown eyes, and he's like used to work with the Wizard a lot in some of those failed groups. I think Vandal Savage may have taken these.
Do you know who this person is?
Who are you asking?
I was asking a question.
Yeah. Based on everything we know, Vandal Savage is he's a caveman. You see the questions start looking through some other stuff and like pulling out some like relevant pieces of paper and stuff. And he says, so what we know is that this person has been in several he's just been I keep losing this voice. He keeps getting mentioned in several things throughout history, and through some of our own intelligence gathering, we've found out that we think that he's immortal. And you see all these pictures of like again, dude that looks like he was drawn by Bruce Timm, but like on a pirate ship and stuff, like artist renditions of that. You see weird like newspaper clippings that have him in there from like small towns and stuff. And the question goes, yeah, he's been around like forever. What we've learned is that I think sometime like, you know, prehistory, this man, Vandal Savage, touched some asteroid or something, and through that was gifted immortality, and it's made him a little power hungry. He wants something permanent in a way that he isn't. He wants to do something big in a way that he can't, because he's been, you know, living in weird times for centuries, thousands of years he's been around. And we're pulling out more and more pictures of like it's a silly thing to think of, but like, you know what, Forrest Gump, where they just kind of like have Forrest Gump in different things.
Yeah, he's except obviously Vandal Savage is convenient. Like, there's some reason why he's like he's off doing something completely unrelated to like villainy in like the 1940s.
Exactly. Yeah. And question says that
hey,
oh, go ahead.
I actually have something a bit silly here.
Yeah, go for it.
So for my cursory glance at Wikipedia for Vandal Savage, it says that he has had several kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if Vandal Savage was like fiery move, like fiery move, like not cousin. What is it called when you have like a not grandfather, but like
a grandkid?
no, not grandkid. It was like a cousin,
Ancestor?
but ancestor or something like that. Not ancestor, but someone like you'd see in like family gathering, but not really be familiar with.
Oh, like distant family?
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, what's the question?
What if one of narrator's like distant like relatives kind of look very similar to Vandal Savage?
Are you gonna like pull out a picture?
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool.
Sure.
Very interesting.
Hell yeah.
Like like narrator like pulls out like a picture on their like new phone and goes, it kind of looks like my distant relative Johnny over here.
I love that he would go by Johnny. Question looks at that and like you see him kind of like kind of squint at it. Like that's new. And he grabs a different picture. He grabs the same picture, but from a filing cabinet. I don't know how he has it. Like, this is like a print off, I guess. But he shows you the same picture, and he's not there. When was your picture taken?
This is a few years ago. I think I was like 9.
Yeah, and he like puts them side by side, and they're the same exact picture. And he looks up and he says, I think Vandal Savage went back in time. Well, it was 1980X, right?
Yeah.
I wonder. He goes and pulls off it's a cabinet that's next to all of the wizard cabinets. Of wizard group cabinets, and it's one from Vandal Savage started groups. And one of these things he brings out was it's a file about a group that he wanted to start or did start called the Timekeepers. And it shows you some pictures and files and stuff, like spreading them out on the table. It's like he's been obsessed with time, trolling time. At one point, he was really into it, but he could never figure out how to go back. He wanted, at one point, he wanted Time Trapper. I know that much. And he pulls out a thing with like some handwritten notes from Vandal Savage, with like diagrams and stuff about like how he could maybe get to the end of time, and like puts that somewhere. It's like, I think, but he started noticing changes. Things were there and then they weren't, is what he kept saying. And you like he starts pulling out like scans of like a notebook or a journal that is a part of Vandal Savage's. It's just like he kept saying that like time isn't consistent. He wants to have control of it, and it's just all of these things. And narrator, these are things that you've noticed. The same things that you're seeing in these notebooks, the scanned notebooks, are the same things that you've been seeing.
Yeah.
And so goes, what does Superman have to do with this? As what Question kind of says to himself as he's looking through all this stuff.
I gotta ask here real quick. So this is my grand uncle. So this is my grand like uncle, like Johnny. Like, share resemblances, dude, or what?
I think it might be him. I think he might be Vandal Savage, but I think I'm not sure. I don't know why. I don't know how this happened. Like he's just puzzling over these two things. As he's like looking around, he's like looking through more notes.
I mean, these things you're like talking about with the notebook and all that, like they're kind of really similar to stuff I've been thinking.
Question looks up at you and says, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Like the consistency and all that, like things being consistent and all that. I get that. I get those vibes.
What? You mean example?
Shoot.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I was.
Yeah, Josh, give me like a good inconsistency that exists in the DC universe.
I think I like your freeze breath thing from when you first met Superman.
Yeah, but I do want to vary up a little.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Like another example. It's hard to think sometimes.
Okay, here you go. In the DC comics, at one point, Superman was like made of electricity, and he was like in a blue suit, and like that was just a thing for a while, as like kind of a like stunt to like boost sales. So like it was, I think, post death of Superman. Or you could also just say like Superman's like I've seen Superman die or something. Like I don't, that seems maybe a little over dramatic, but like
yeah,
for this, but like, and something that you wouldn't bring up just like randomly, but you could just say like Superman used to have like a blue suit, like he used to be electric.
There's a few things, honestly. Like I guess the biggest thing is the fact that like what we're going through right now is I keep getting stares from everyone how I keep acting about this. Like oh, it's so shocking that Superman's dead. Like, have y'all like forgotten that Superman's died probably like 50 times now? He also wore a blue suit once too, but
Calendar Man, what do you say to that? Or like what do you like do when you hear that?
I don't know what you're talking about, Narrator, but if you know, if it's helping you understand the situation, follow it.
Seriously, you don't know about how the time Superman has died?
Wait,
he keeps dying and coming back.
I mean, I guess he did, right?
Let's see, Narrator, do you have anything like on hand that would like not like prove it necessarily, but to show that you're not just like, this isn't just like something you're making up right this second, either for the blue suit or the death?
There was like a comic moment where like Lex Luthor actually did take down Superman once, and like Superman had to be revived, right?
Yeah. I mean, we could just say that.
Yeah, there's probably something like that during like Narrator's like teenage years, and I like pulled like a screenshot up on their like phone that they had loaded up on a Google Drive and like show that, like, yeah, like look at this news article, like, y'all don't remember this?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, how'd he come back though?
I don't know.
Calendar Man, do you remember this?
I feel like Calendar Man remembers it, but it's like, it's not, it was like such a nothing thing to an extent. Like Lex, okay, so I like the idea that Lex Luthor kills Superman comes back, then Doomsday kills Superman, the heirs to Superman have their little fight, and then Superman comes back again, and like Calendar Man just forgot that happened.
Oh my,
even once, because it's just such a like,
yeah.
Oh, Superman died again. Okay.
Yeah. The question is absolutely puzzled by this. He goes and grabs there's a computer in the back, and he like goes on and finds that same article like a snapshot from the same time, and it's like in my mind I'm seeing that like there's a picture with it, like I don't know what would be the picture there, but like it's framed the same in the one that the question has, but like the contents are completely different. Superman didn't die in this one. He like managed to survive and like gave an interview or whatever. Like that.
Oh,
I don't.
it's va-
Superman's
Yeah.
never died. Like, Superman's never died. That's why we're all so worried. He doesn't just disappear. He's Superman. You see, like the question's voice shakes a little bit when he says that.
Yeah.
What suit? Do you have something on the suit? You gotta have something on the suit, right? You said blue suit. I mean, it's blue on the top and like black the rest, with like red and like some red accents and obviously the big S. But like blue, what are you talking about?
Buddy, Superman probably has like a contact email where like citizens can like email him, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Buddy, I've emailed Superman for that suit like 50 times. He never answered none. He answered none of them.
Do you have like an email with like a picture of the suit or something?
I'm gonna say honestly that Narrator probably doesn't have a picture of the suit because it's probably just a memory thing of when they were like really, really young.
Okay. Question says you emailed Superman about it, and he starts like typing away. When was this?
It's probably like when I was like 5, 4 or something like that. He's just doing some weird bit about electricity now, and it's just stopped doing it for some reason.
Do you have the email on your end?
Yeah.
He shows you what he has. Somehow. I like the idea that the question just has information all the time.
Do you have Superman's login details?
We got ways to get this stuff. It's a whole thing. But
you don't have mine, do you?
Anyways, question shows you the email that you sent, but it has nothing about a blue suit. It has and in fact calendar man I'm sorry a question goes over and like grabs a Superman corkboard and like brings it over and has like a suit progression of like, oh, like, you know, he's wearing his like current suit now, the one that I drew for us in the Discord, and then it's like here's one before and it looks more like the Superman suit, you know, red undies, the cape, shorter slightly shorter hair. You have one, it's like jeans and a t-shirt Superman. There's like the handful, but it's like, oh, there's no blue suit, and your email here doesn't even say anything about it. And you look at the email and it doesn't. It says something about one of the suits you can point to over here. You really like how the jeans looked, but everything else about the email is the same.
What the hell is this about jeans? I hate the jeans on that.
The question looks at what you're wearing and it says, okay.
I'm wearing this for comfort, not fashion.
No, okay. I think Vandal Savage has messed something up. This makes no sense. Like, we're not infallible over here, but this is unprecedented.
I mean,
this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of this stuff around. It's not just Superman.
Well, the question like holds his head when you say that. It's like, I can't. We'll get another time to get notes, but this is. I think this is bad. I think something I think something really bad's going on here, guys. And you see that, like, I think that the question is like not defeated, but like like seeing the enormity of this issue.
Yeah. But
Can,
I know that feel bad.
can I pitch something just to further like destabilize time and space here?
Absolutely, you can.
I think Calendar Man like wipes a bit of like weird like black, almost like it almost looks like Bile's like black blood off of his shoulder and says, well, at least we're not dealing with the Black Lantern situation anymore. We got that taken care of.
Black Lantern? What are you talking about? There's only a Green Lantern, and John's out. He hasn't been on Earth in like a year. What are you talking about?
We just dealt. Didn't we just deal with that?
What? And like the question just starts going through his files, and it's just like it's like going through everything about lanterns that he knows about, like that it's in here. Like, what do you? No, we got green, we got yellow. I think that one magician lady's a purple, I think. And like just kind of going through. Oh, we saw that red one. I think Guy got that one. There was an, you know, he looks over at you too. It's like, you guys remember Guy Gardner, right? You could say yes or no. It doesn't. Yeah, go for it.
Let me Google on DC Comics.
I like that, narrator. You're saying this out loud. Let me Google DC Comics real quick.
I was doing this out of character.
I know, but it's very funny to be like, that's my superpower. I know the DC Comics Wikia.
Yeah, they're like stares a question like and nods and goes, yeah, I know Gardner. I know these. I think the Black Lantern folks sound familiar. Yeah.
The question is like desperately looking at you, Calendar Man, to explain like, what do you? There's nothing. I got nothing. What are you talking about? What's your symbol look like? I got like what?
It's like the Green Lantern. I think something is really wrong. We got to get Superman back.
We have to get Superman back. And like the question just sits in his chair. He goes, we have to get Superman back. This isn't good.
But you get used to the feeling.
Also, I think the question goes, wait, what was that black bile?
It was from, I think, zombie Zatanna, but we cured her.
What? Zatanna? He like goes through another thing. It's like, who?
Yeah, she's fine.
What character is this?
Zatanna, magician lady.
Okay.
What is she? Good guy, bad guy? I don't. Zatanna. He's like going through another thing.
I like to see. I think classifying things as good guy, bad guy is a bit black and white, don't you think?
It helps me start the search because I don't know who that is.
She's fishnets, black hat.
Nothing. I got nothing.
Wait. Give me a moment.
I love this. I'm really glad you did this.
It's a good bit.
Yeah.
What about you? What about what's a good like esoteric like not well known DC superhero?
Not well known DC superhero. I mean, I guess you could like bring like I'm not super personally I'm not super familiar with like the current stuff, like a lot of the extended Batman family that's like out and about now. Oh, all right. I wasn't gonna bring. I don't want to like. If you start bringing up like Batman characters and stuff, you could do anything. Bring up anyone. We'll see. We'll see what the question knows.
What's the Ooze guy?
Ooze guy? Like Clayface?
I think it's Clayface. Yeah, let me. What about what about Clayface? How's he doing? You know him?
Yeah, we know Clayface. Clayface looks over, uh, points over at a thing, and it's like, yeah, he used to be part of the DA named Harvey Dent, and then I don't know exactly what happened, something like radioactive or something, and then kind of melted him apart, became a clay guy.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
he's
like
a Red Lantern now, right?
yeah. He got cured. He got cured and then gave him a Red Lantern.
God,
No. I don't.
we
What do
gotta
you
fix
know?
this.
Oh, I don't know. I think the only Red Lantern that we know of is there's that one cat, and then there's Guy Gardner. He's a Red Lantern. He's like going through more and more files.
What about the Seal? You know the Seal, the weird guy, guy that wears a suit. The guy, you know the Seal, the weird guy here in Gotham that wears a suit.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
I'm trying to imply that the Penguin goes by Seal.
Oh,
Oh my god, the seal.
no.
Yeah, the Seal.
The Penguin?
Yeah, the gentleman in crime.
Is this a narrator doesn't know the name, or is this a narrator is convinced this is the narrator knows the Penguin by the Seal?
I think it's the second one. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's the Penguin. Calendar Man 2, you could back me up on that one, right?
Yeah, I think so. I have a power that I might try and use here.
Oh,
It's hypothetically possible. If there's an issue going on with time, I could try and look at the cycle from afar. Try and look at time itself from a distance. Figure out what's wrong with it.
yeah. I mean, we gotta try something like this. This is we have to fix this.
I mean, I could also do something here, but I don't know if it would be a really ideal for the situation at hand.
I mean, you could combine powers. I feel like that's
Sure.
a very comic book thing.
Sure, yeah.
I say okay, Calendarman, to describe what you are trying to do, and then I guess narrator kind of see how you think you can aid and help in this situation with your powers.
I think Calendar Man wants to envision all of time as a calendar, and see its shape without knowing specific future events. Basically.
Oh wow. Do you have your character sheet on here in our Discord?
I do. I can send it again.
Yes, please. Just a screenshot will be fine of your powers.
I just got a really good idea of how narrators could help out here with the Calendar Man doing his power.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I think that this is a push. This is like something I think like between border like illusion casting and like perfect knowledge of the past. I think like something around there could be approximated, but since it's not like on your sheet, this is a push.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of envisioning this as the possible one seeing the cycle.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I think. Are you gonna try and bring narrator and the question in to this?
Yeah.
I think that's the push.
Because I have a potential idea of how I could help out with this and really bring in the narrator's powers with it.
Yeah, I think. Oh hell yeah. Okay. I want you. Here's what I want to have happen. All right. Calendar Man, you're describing what you're gonna do, right?
Yeah.
And then narrator, what are you gonna try and do to help with this?
I'll let Clips go first with describing what she's gonna do.
Oh no, I want to know like what you're, because I think that this is a I think that this is. I think you offering to help is a thing that's going to happen. I just want to know what that looks like.
Basically, I'm gonna while while Counterman goes to look at the cycle, I'm guessing like Narrator's gonna like help out, point out the consistencies, and like not directly but indirectly like stitch all the dead timelines, the parallel timelines, alternative narratives, all the weird one shots and everything that exist into this, making it very inconsistent, like very hard to look at, but still giving an overall better understanding of what's going on.
Perfect. I want. Okay, I think this is a 2-person thing. I think. All right, here's what we're gonna do. The push is gonna be the setup to displaying everything, I think, and displaying everything for not just yourself, Calendar Man, but for Narrator and for the question. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
should I roll anything, or
we'll wait on that part?
all right,
as I think that's also going to be. I don't know if I want that to be an aid or interfere, because I also, let's see, I have yours too. Let me look at yours.
oh, I can post it right now.
Something that's unexpected. I mean, that feels like doing something that's unexpected is like showing the threads, like, and having it meld perfectly with like Calendar Man's powers in a way. I think that's unexpected.
I wouldn't really say it's melding perfectly. It's more like I'm injecting all the stuff that is there but normally wouldn't be seen, like all the one shots, all the parallel timelines, narratives, and dead universes that were dropped, all the dead stories that were dropped, all that stuff.
It's a double push then. Okay, I think it's a push for both. Okay, so this is just a roll. This is just a 2d6. I don't think that there's not a modifier for this. So Eclipse, roll your push first.
6. Oof.
Oof. We could burn some bonds to get you up.
Yeah, that's what I got. Ooh, there's some fun ones here. I think, yeah, I'm gonna burn a bond with Wizard here. I was thinking of having it be Calendar Man, but I feel like in doing this, Calendar Man 2 feels more distant from Wizard, in that there are powers that he can wield that don't come from Wizard, you know.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. Okay, cool. So this is gonna be, we're just burning 1, right?
Yes.
To move it from a 6 to a 7 to 9.
Yes.
I think this is. Okay. All right, I've got an idea here. I'm gonna run it by you and let me know what you think. Okay.
Yeah.
You can do it. You bring, like, it's faster and scarier than when you go to the city without days, right? It's almost like the drop of those 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 like rides at the fair that just go up and down. It's just a drop onto calendar pages, and then they like lay out. Somehow you're standing on them and you can also see them, even though you're standing on them. It's like you can see from 2 perspectives at once in a way, and it's very strange. And you are standing on a calendar that's labeled Calendar Man 2. What year is it?
20XX, baby.
All right, it's 20XX. Is the calendar page you're standing on, and it's on the day that you're on as well, and you see things. I think you've got two options here, though, in terms of keeping this illusion up, right? To make sure that everyone's safe, right? Because you know this area, like, kind of naturally, right? Like, it's something that's just in you to, like, navigate this space. But the push is making sure that Narrator and Question are safe during this passage. You are going to take a second critical thing, or Narrator and Question are both going to take critical.
Wait, so what would second critical mean?
So you're like, I want to say 2 more criticals from death, I think is what it is. Like, you're going to take 1 already from just holding this, but on top of that, you are going to have, like, you're going to have to really struggle. Like, something's going to hurt in order to make sure they're safe.
Oh, so this is an opportunity to reboot is basically what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's fun.
Okay.
You will have to. I mean, you don't have to. I'm gonna make new art of Calendar Man when I decide what this is.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think that this doesn't have to happen now, because we still. Yeah. I think here's what I'm imagining happening in like the arc of this is that we find Superman, we do whatever we need to do. I like to have like a downtime one where we resolve our bonds and we resolve anything like this.
Yeah.
Kind of wrap that up in a handful of scenes and stuff, if that makes sense for y'all.
Yeah, that makes
perfect
sense.
Okay, so you're like holding on by a thread basically. And like if something happens, if something pushes you even a little bit harder, you will forcibly reboot, but you can hold on for now. Narrator and that's the other thing. That's your critical condition. You are focusing on not rebooting.
Yeah.
So anything that requires any, like, a little bit of like effort or force or willpower, you're taking a -1 at to start. I think.
Right. And then eventually there'll be a second one.
Yeah, exactly. And then so that's how I think that works. Narrator, I would like you to also, because this is kind of in disarray, the way that it's all the calendar pages are, but with your strings you can kind of pull in and like organize them, is kind of how I'm imagining it. Is that also what you were saying?
Yeah.
Perfect. I would also like you to push, because I think this is it's not really on your sheet at all in terms of like showing other people this. I think that's the push here.
Yeah. I guess I'll roll 2d6 then.
Yep, 2d6 please.
Can I burn?
Oh no! Is that a 4?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, you can burn. What are you burning with?
I still have 1 bond in narration. Can I do that? 2 bonds in narration.
Okay, you're gonna bring it up to 10? Or you're burning both bonds to bring it up to 10?
What happens if I burn both?
So you just have like a neutral relationship with narration. The higher it is, the more positive the relationship is, and then 0 is neutral, and negative is negative.
And that can go up, and I can re-raise that, right?
Right. Yeah, we'll do like burning bond stuff and those special moves and things of that nature later.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I can like recover my bonds with narration.
Yeah. We can do that for sure. Yeah, because we'll have to like narrate how that works at some point. However we feel like that should work out. However you think that should work out. But
yeah, I think I'm gonna burn 2 of these to make it 10.
Okay, perfect. So you can do it and add it to your powers profile if it's not there already. So I think this is probably a like difficult task to like basically extend, like to show other people, like I don't know, I guess you decide how you think it should be. Is this a, how difficult is this to like show other people the strings?
I feel like this is like a difficult thing, and it's show other people the narrative.
Okay, perfect.
So like, I guess like narrator's gonna like see this like thing, this like cycle that's shown to both question and narrator. They're gonna go like, they're gonna like, basically their focus is gonna go from counterman and their question. Just they're gonna put their hand up to their chin, like think and go, this isn't the full picture here, and just basically they basically just use their powers to bring in the full picture.
Hell yeah.
Everything,
Okay.
even the, including all the stuff that's missing, even the contradictory bits.
Yeah, and it's like pulling in those calendar pages basically.
Yeah, like calendar pages that are overlapping, calendar pages that are torn, just everything. That's just stuff that doesn't even make sense.
Mm-hmm. I think that rules personally. So it's like tying them all together, and I think that the thing that y'all notice is it's all leading back to 1980X. There's like paths that, there are paths that don't ever cross, like calendar pages, paths that never cross where y'all are. But in 1980X, there's a branch, and then it creates all these other things. You see a 1980, you see a 1990Y, you see a 20ZZ. You see a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of weird like dates and calendars and stuff, but it's all coming from a 1980X. And I think what y'all see there is you see a ship that's crashed on a day in 1980X, and you see that staff, that belt, and that cloak all around the ship, and you see more splinters happening off of there. You see a 1990A. You see a 1990X-2. You see things splintering off from there, and it happens like once, and then there's like a couple of like beats, and it happens twice, and it kind of just keeps happening. And narrator, you see your strings tying together. You see somehow you see the things you remember from the different calendar pages, and how they come and go in your line that you're on onto this date in 20XX with Calendar Man 2 and with the question. And I think maybe we leave it there. We running out of time.
Yeah, I have some very silly review ideas that I want to discuss with you off air.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's where we leave it off. Something's going on there. That's where they are.
Hell yeah.
But yeah. Thank you for playing. This was really fun.
Hell yeah. What if Loki was good?
What if Loki was good? Also, he was in DC. What if that happened?
Yeah.
Thank you, Eclipse. Thank you, Mamba, for playing with me.
Yeah.
Eclipse, do you have stuff to plug?
Tomorrow, Bun and I are going to be doing a stream where I play Chex Quest and she reads personality quizzes to me, and I have to answer them while playing Chex Quest. So we'll see. That should be very fun. And also on Monday is my birthday, but Sunday I'm going to be doing a almost full day birthday stream.
So excited for that. Happy early birthday yet again.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say it every day. Bun, do you have stuff to plug?
Come watch clips tomorrow when I literally kill her with a quiz. I'll probably give her a brain stroke.
That sounds
Hell yeah.
accurate. Yeah. Love it. Can't wait to watch that stream. Thank you both for joining me. I've been Implausibly Josh. This has been Implausibly Average. Tomorrow, we're doing Dragon's Dogma. And I have been doing some YouTube videos on occasion. So check that out. Search up Implausibly Average. We're playing a really bad text-based wrestling promotion simulator. And I'm trying to start from the okay, well, I did cheat myself $900 million, but for a backyard promotion based in Texas, there are a lot of superhero wrestlers, of course, and we're gonna see what we could do to take on the fake version of WWE in that video game. So that's gonna be fun at some point. We'll see. But yeah, that's a fun little let's play I'm doing. But thank you again. I'll see y'all tomorrow, and I gotta find my button that says good night. And good night, everyone.
Bye.
Hey, everyone.